Hi, pile one. Okay, so today what we're going to be looking into are messages from your soulmate, okay? And I'm going to be looking for information also to see maybe if you know this person, if this person is going to be brand new. Hopefully we can pick up on some timing, astrological markers possibly. We'll see what we can bring out, okay? So first what we're going to look into is just some overall kind of like a theme for you guys, all right? And here we've got first quarter. And this says that things are picking up speed. So I really feel, sorry you guys, that you guys have been putting in some work. I feel like you have been on a very self-healing journey, very busy clearing out kind of like the gunk and the mud in your energy field. You may not know that that's what you are doing by healing, but that's exactly what's happening. So that what you've been doing, whether you realize it or not, is removing the blocks that have been keeping you from being able to manifest your soulmate into your life, okay? I'm being told that you are aware of that. Like, you know, and like, that's one of the reasons why you've been so hard at work, is because you do realize that holding on to things that you know that aren't good for you has been keeping you from being able to manifest a lot of things into your life, not just your soulmate. So there's just this kind of like this feeling to make sure at the same time as you're healing, as you're clearing away a lot of that stuff, that you are at the same time keeping your eyes focused on what it is you are wanting to manifest. Because you have to remember that empty space is a vacuum. And so if you are not consciously filling that space with, you know, positive influencing energy, then it's just, you know, you're going to be picking up on whatever energy is around, basically, okay? Or yeah, so that's kind of that's some little side messages coming in for you there. But I really do feel like this connection is very close. We'll see if there is actually any more work that needs to be done before this connection can manifest in. It's not that you necessarily have to be 100% healed before, you know what, I'm actually being called. I don't even know if I have it up here. Hold on, you guys. No, I don't. Okay, well, we'll just see what the reading brings up. But to see if there's any, like, you know, maybe one or two blockages that needs to come up, but we'll see what the reading brings up, all right? So good news though, pile one, your hard work is going to pay off, I feel, very soon. Now, my very soon may be different from your very soon, so like I said, we'll look at some timing markers if some timing will come through. Like, soon to me is, I'm kind of impatient. I'm a Sagittarius sun. So soon to me is like 6 months, you know, and then if you tell me a year, I'm like, that's not soon, but a year, I don't know. I guess it's relative, right? All right, let's look at the overall, oh, look at this, the overall energy coming through, and we got the solar plexus chakra, so manifestation. I do feel like that's the work that you have been doing that's been centered around increasing your sense of self-worth, your sense of self, what am I wanting to say? Why did it just like, it popped out of my mind? Your self-confidence, okay? So you've been working on increasing your self-confidence, your self-worth, your worthiness of love and stuff like that, which is also skyrocketing your ability to manifest, which is why this this connection is very close to coming in. Okay, manifestation is a fruition of confidence and belief. I didn't even, okay, so yeah, you've been working on your self-confidence, and you know, you're really been working on your limiting beliefs and removing those limiting beliefs, and getting yourself to a point where you're able to look at things a little bit differently, in a way that is self-empowering as opposed to, you know, self-defeating, okay? All right, and sorry for clearing my throat. My allergies have just been wicked for some reason. It's also, I've been detoxing. So, if you're somebody that has a weird thing about people clearing their throats, I apologize ahead of time. I try not to do it, but it is what it is. Okay, this one wanted to come out. Animals. I had a feeling this card was going to come out in one of these piles, pile one, and you got it. I'll tell you, hold on, what that's going to mean. Oh, good luck. More animals, yeah. One more for pile one, please. Oh, closure. All right, and I do feel that closure is, like, this is being highlighted. That might be, for some of you, the very last thing that you need to work on, is providing yourself closure with a past situation, a past event, a past relationship. Even if that person gave you closure in a sense, it's almost like that's still open. There's still some work that needs to be done to be able to fully close the door, close the chapter on the past. All right. Yeah, so I'm picking up also with closure. It may not be so much you're needing closure. I feel like you've actually gotten closure in some way, shape, or form, but you still need to close the door on the past. You know, you might need to block that person. Some of you need to forgive that person, which I know can be difficult to do. But I believe that you know how to do that. I'm hearing detach and let go. You need to detach and let go. If you are still kind of looking towards the past, maybe trying to figure out if this person has met someone yet, if they're still thinking about you, wondering, you know, maybe you're watching pick a cards centered around getting information around this past person. Some more work needs to be done around that. You need to get yourself to a space, and this is, you know, coming from your higher self regarding this connection with your, you know, your soulmate. Okay, this needs to be done prior to your soulmate moving in. This is kind of like a blocking energy. You're tied to the past. And it's just a process. It's part of a process. If you don't know how to do that, just ask the universe to provide you with whatever the information is, and you will be provided with that. But it's really just getting yourself to a place where you no longer desire to know what they're doing, who they might be with. Like, that no longer matters to you. Okay. Now, as far as so getting back to the soulmate part of it, your soulmate is going to be wildly, like, actually this is mutual. Like, the both of you are going to be wildly attracted to each other. When the animals card comes up in these types of readings, really what it is, it's almost like an animalistic attraction. Very just drawn to each other. And obviously, because this is your soulmate, it's not necessarily someone that where it just stops there. You know, it goes beyond that. But you are going to be very, very physically and sexually attracted to your soulmate, and they will equally feel the same about you. Like, I'm hearing like the two of you are probably going to have a hard time keeping your hands off of each other. Okay, like, I'm hearing people like, get a room. Which, you know, is, I think that's awesome. I think, you know, for a couple to be so in love and so into each other, I mean, I adore that, honestly. So I'm happy for you guys. All right, and then the good luck is just kind of letting you know that you are being guided by the universe in this connection. So whether or not, like, you might see yourself just kind of falling into patterns effortlessly. And what I mean by that, like, patterns that are meant to prepare you for this connection. And what I mean by that, and I'll give you an example. I'm being told to give you an example of something that happened to me. And so I'm, you know, the universe is quickly aligning me with my soulmate as well. And I'm not forcing it. I'm just kind of leaning back and taking my energy off of, you know, that goal or that desire. And I'm just letting the universe do its job, right? And so what the universe is doing is it's moving things, people and situations. It's moving things into my path, and it's removing things from my path to help kind of clear the space and to prepare me for manifesting this person into my life. And I feel like you guys, like the same thing's happening for you. And so what I mean by what I said before is I've had all these goals, right? All these goals. I wanted to, you know, eat more healthier. I wanted to just be able to treat my body better. And, you know, it was always a want, but it never really moved into any kind of like a must or a need or anything. Like, I never actually had the motivation to follow through. It never got past just being a want. And I also was like, you know, I used to drink iced coffee every single day. And I know how taxing on the adrenals it can be. And I've just been like, I really just want to, you know, get my health in order. And I realized that wishing that I was a certain way is resistant to what is. And so I just fell back and I'm like, okay, universe, this is what I want. I want to, you know, I want to lose weight. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel energetic. I want to feel more like me. You know, I just don't know how I'm going to do it because I have zero motivation, and I just left it up to the universe, right? And then all of a sudden, so the universe started moving things into my path and removing things from my path that aligned me with that desire. And so all of a sudden, one day I just, you know, the way things happened, I just lost my appetite for, you know, junk food and sweets and stuff like that. You know, I feel an overwhelming desire to just eat more healthier foods. You know, I'm drinking a lot more water because I'm actually thirsty for it. It's not anything that I'm really putting any conscious effort into. And just one day I just quit drinking coffee. It wasn't anything that I put any conscious effort. Like, so that's what I mean. The same thing is happening for you, because I'm seeing the good luck as being like you are being guided. It's like you have this unwavering faith and trust in the universe. Like, you know how to let go and let the universe take over. Like, you do what you can do in your power, but then if you encounter something that is not in your control or in your power to influence, you're like, I'm just going to let that go and let the universe deal with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. If you're not there yet, then you are coming into this phase, okay? But I feel for most of you, you're in the middle of this right now. And it's that ability to be able to let go and let the universe do its thing that is like you and your soulmate are just like magnets, just getting ready to just boom, right? All right, so I mean that's some good news for y'all. Some very good news. All right, let's get some more messages. Messages from your future spouse. Or maybe some information, not your future spouse, your soulmate. Some of you may want that though. All right, so we have the Devil in reverse. We got the 10 of Wands in reverse. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Holy moly, you guys have gone through some stuff, which I do understand, because it's almost like you've been on the fast track of healing. And I don't know if you realize, like, if you know that. Oh, look at that. The Magician. Yep. I see that. Look at that. You've been doing some work that's really, really heavily influencing your solar plexus in a really good way. Like, really beefing it up. Just, your solar plexus is activated. And it's fairly healthy. Like, I feel like you have the confidence that you need to move forward, but there may be a few things that you're needing to work on before you're like, okay, I'm ready for this manifestation to come in, you know, I'm ready. That may be a message for some of you. That may be the very last thing that you need to work on. Like, really look and check to see how ready are you really for this soulmate connection to come in. Okay, you guys. I got all these cards wanting, like, no, I just need one more. I just need one more. All right. All right, so the Devil reverse, the Ten of Wands reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse. We got the Magician. And I need to see if this is actually, because it kind of came out like this. Do we need the Fool? Does the Fool want to be in reverse? Upright. Okay. All right. That's what I thought. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are stepping into a whole, it's going to be night and day. Like, you are literally manifesting your soulmate into your life. So, pile one, if you haven't already, if you don't know what scripting is, I would look into it, because you want to make sure that the person that you are manifesting in is, you know, what you want. Like, you know, put that order out there. Okay. And I think that you probably have a pretty good idea of who you want this person to be, maybe what you want them to look like. I'm also hearing that you just really need to pay more attention about how you want to feel when you're in this connection with this person. You know, do you want to feel safe with them? You know, how attracted do you want to be to them? I don't think that's going to be an issue, though, because that energy is already there. I just feel like this is going to be a very, like, this connection is going to be a springboard to something. Definitely a spring, like, it's going to start a whole new, like, it's going to be, this experience with your soulmate is going to be different than anything that you've ever experienced with anybody before. Completely different. Like, there's not even going to be any comparison. I mean, there is, you know, it's going to be like night and day. But if you're still pining away for the past in any way, shape, or form, or for a past relationship or a past person, the person that you are calling in, that you are manifesting in, is just going to help you close the door on that completely. But I already feel like, you know, you're going to do the work that's needed to close the door anyway. Okay. So what this person's going to help you do is really put those past, like, you're going to be so happy that things didn't work out with that person or in that situation, or what you wanted to happen with that person in the past didn't actually happen. Like, you're going to be able to understand with this person coming in why things happened the way that they did, because you would have missed out on this person, and this person is more of who you want versus this person over here. Like, you know, this person over, like, your past relationships, whether you're thinking of like a pattern of relationships or maybe it was just one, but like, I really feel like you were put into a situation with somebody where it triggered a lot, it triggered a lot of wounds. A lot of wounds came up that you had to deal with. It could have felt very overwhelming. And I really kind of get a sense of, you know, maybe you're in that energy right now. Like, you're being triggered like none other, but you're realizing that those triggers are coming up for you to heal and remove from your energy field. So it's not like I feel like you're meeting these head on. Like, you know, you're almost like, okay, bring it on, universe. Bring it on, because you realize there's a purpose for this pain. You know, the pain is being triggered for you to really look at, to face, and to kind of like, you know, move out of your way, so that this can happen. But I'm happy to tell you, like, you may already be in this you may already be in the state where you're realizing that the pain is feeling a lot less heavy. You're feeling more emotionally disconnected to the past. You know, maybe some memories are popping up and you're realizing that there's not such an intense emotional charge, you know, attached to them. If you're not there yet, then I'm letting you know that that time is coming very soon. And if you are already there, that process is just going to continue to get easier and easier and easier as you continue to release and let go of, you know, what's being triggered at this point, okay? But this is causing you guys, look at all these, yeah, like this is causing you guys to be just almost instant manifestors. It's really clearing out your energy field to a point where, like, almost the instant you think of something, it immediately appears. And when I say immediately, I don't mean like, you know, within the next 5 minutes, but it appears right when you need it. Okay, and this is in every area, you guys, because the healing that you're doing affects more than just one area of life, not just, you know, manifesting your soulmate. And so the universe is kind of, in your higher self is wanting you to kind of keep track of those little like those winks. I call them winks, okay? Like, chart that progress, celebrate that progress, because that's going to bring more of that in, more healing, more resources, whatever it is that you need to get you to a place where your energy field is so clear. It's just like, boom, you know, your person is there, your soulmate's there, okay? All right, you guys, let's see. Let's get some more cards. We got the broomstick, Curio, and then we got Spirit World. And so we got, let's see, here we got sweep away the clutter that complicates your life with the broomstick. And that's what you've been doing. You've been doing that. We got remain curious, all the magic lies and things you have yet to understand. So I instantly heard with this one, there may be a trigger or two that you're having a really hard time overcoming. And so it's like, just look at some of the stuff that's coming up and just look at it from a curiosity standpoint. Like, what direction is this trying to point me in? That kind of opens up your energy to receive the guidance and the messages from the universe that you're needing to help release that trigger once and for all. And then we have Spirit is trying to communicate with you. Pay attention to the signs. Yes, I just said that. You guys have the support. Like, the universe, I really feel, is going to great lengths to help bring this connection into fruition. Like, it's popping people in your life, it's popping people out of your life. It's rearranged. The universe is rearranging itself to make this connection possible. So like, if you're the person that you're, you know, that you're trying to move on from, or that you're in the process of moving on from, like if they are with someone else, look at it as the universe putting that person in that person's path to help you close the door on that situation, because you were having a hard time doing that yourself. Okay? Like, that was the work of the universe, because you've got something better coming on the horizon. Much better coming for you on the horizon. Okay? Let's get some more cards. All right, pile one. What work may still be left for pile one to do? Let's just get like a few cards. Whoa. Okay, we'll get 4 cards. Let's move these up, y'all. All right, we got mixed signals. We got empathy, lack, and fulfillment. Subway toll. And then mind games and illusion. Okay, so this is just kind of part of helping you to like close the door on the past. there might be some resolving of like the mixed signals, like things that they have said or things that they have done that are keeping you wondering whether or not they're going to come back at some point. And just do the work around releasing that, on healing that, and getting yourself to a point where you don't care if they come back. It's almost like you don't want them to come back because you're so happy where you're at. Like, not so much that you do want them to come back. It's not so much that you want to be with them, but it's more of a kind of like a validation. Like, you know, yeah, they still want me, but not because you necessarily want them. It's like you want them to want you because it's very validating, right? And so it's clearing that need for validation, so that when your soulmate comes in, you're able to validate yourself. It's like you're not employing any kind of self-sabotage in the relationship that's coming in by needing this person's validation. You don't need their validation. You validate yourself, and in turn, what ends up happening when you validate yourself, you start to receive validation from those around you. But you don't need it. You don't need their validation, but them validating you is a response to you validating yourself, okay? And I just really do feel like you guys are like on like the fast track. Like you've been fast track healing, and then that's putting you on the fast track to manifesting this person into your life. And I literally feel like the universe is rearranging itself, and you and your soulmate are being like divinely guided. Like you don't have to worry about the what, when, where, what, when, who, where, and why. I don't know if I said that right, but whatever. You don't have to worry about all of that because your steps are literally being guided. The universe is rearranging itself to make this connection happen. Like, you just need to live your life. You just need to enjoy your life. You need to have fun. You need to, love your life. And as you're living and loving your life, this person is going to come in. Okay? And, you're not going to have to worry about dealing with any of the stuff that you dealt with, from the past. No more mind games, no more illusions, no more mixed signals, no more, feeling unfulfilled in the relationship. No more of that. You've got something completely different to look forward to. It's going to feel like if I had pulled more cards, I'm pretty sure the Queen of Cups would have came out, but you're going to feel very, very fulfilled in this connection. And a lot of that's going to happen because you come to a point where you feel very fulfilled within yourselves. And so this person comes into your life to mirror back to you how you are already feeling about yourself, okay? We got mice. All right, for pile 1, advice for them moving forward. Let's get one more for pile 1, advice moving forward. Whoop. Aww. Oh man, okay, so there's a couple of messages coming through. This person is gonna love romantic gestures towards you. Like, for some of you, I see this person, they're gonna love giving you flowers, they're gonna love giving you gifts. And then for the others, for most of you, so the overall general message here is like, you're removing the boundaries and the barriers to this person that's coming in. And this person, and this connection with the person that's coming in, because it's funny, we got mice on this end and then we've got lilies on this end. So this is like where you're moving from. You're coming out of a phase in your life where, you were attracting toxic relationships with people that did nothing but take from you. They took, where you were constantly in a state of feeling, grief or loss or things of that nature. And then you have this person coming in and all of a sudden it's like this new connection. It's based on a foundation that is, it's solid. It's made up of, you know, honesty. It's made up of loyalty. It's made up of, you know, transparency. And this says purity. Like, I really feel like this person, like, when they decide to commit to you, you're it. They're not going to have eyes for anybody else. They're going to be ride or die for you. You're going to be it for them. And so with the man coming through, I have a feeling that most of you more identify with, you know, you're more of a feminine energy dominant person. And so the person coming in is going to be like your masculine energy dominant person counterpart. Okay, like the two of you are just going to even each other out so much. And so this person that's coming in, you know, they might be traditional. And I don't mean traditional in ways of like, you know, I'm not saying like how they dress or anything like that, how they express themselves or whatever. I mean, but like the role that they take in the relationship might be very traditional, in that they want to provide for you, they want to protect you, they want, you know, things of that nature. Okay. All right, pile one, we are going to pick up on some messages from your soulmate. Second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. Let me get these cards laid out and then I'll channel the message. Give me just a minute. Let's get 4 more cards, please. Wait a minute. There. I seen another one. Where was it at? Where was it at? Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of cards that wanted to come out. Apparently, your soulmate is going to be a very chatty Cathy. All right, so we got a second chance. We got soulmate. We have addiction. Then we have, wait. We got rejection, twin flame. I hope you can see these all. We got regret, longing, and then stability. Okay, so the past that you're needing to like completely shut the door on, I feel like that was very much a karmic connection. Put in your path for the sole reason of bringing up these triggers for you to be able to heal, to remove out of your energy field, to help clear the path. Because, you know, whether or not you believe in twin flame theory or not, the fact, I believe, I guess you can't really say it's a fact, but I know deep down inside that we have contracts with other souls. Okay, so your soulmate that's coming in, if you believe in twin flames, this very much, for most of you, can be a twin flame connection. And maybe that's what you've been consciously wanting to manifest in. Like maybe you literally have been doing twin flame manifestation. Well, it's working. Okay, this isn't, you know, like, a twin flame isn't just someone that is contracted to come into your life. They are, you know, they are like the other part of your soul, in terms of, you know, like you're the feminine. Like when you two split, you're the dominant feminine, they're the dominant masculine, and then the two of you come together and it's like a glove, because you're the same person. They're the masculine, you know, expression, you're the feminine expression. And it's just, I feel like, okay, so your soulmate is actually letting you know that they want to help you actually close the door on your past. And they're letting you know that, some of the things that you've been wondering about your, past person or your past relationships, like, you know, they're true. There is some regret. There may even be some longing that is there for them, like they want to come back, but and they may very well try and come back. Like, when you meet your soulmate and that connection is there, like, I don't think they're going to try and come back before the soulmate connection is made. It's going to happen at some point afterwards. And they're just letting you know, like, yeah, you know, that person still thinks about you to some degree. They may even be wondering about you as well. But that person is being kept out of your path for a reason so that this new person can come in. The only thing that you need to do, pile one, is remove the mental chatter that is going on, that is still kind of trying to keep the door open to the past. Like, I'm just, and I don't think it's a lot of work that needs to be done, because when I see this door in my mind, it's not like wide open. It's like a little bitty tiny creak. You know, I mean, it's not even like, the crack is not even big enough for a foot to get through. It's just, it's almost like you're almost there. There's just a little bit more of work that you need to do. And I believe that's why, like, this connection is so close to manifesting, because you've almost closed the door. It's almost there. Like, that person's foot is not even in the door. It's just cracked open just a tiny bit, just so you can kind of look back on the past and maybe kind of glance back there every now and again. And, you know, your soulmate is just like, just close the door. Just do the work that you need to do to completely detach. So you can get to the point where you're kind of in a neutral place with it. You're kind of at a point where you're like, I don't care if they come back or not. If they don't, awesome. If they do, whatever. It's just, you're to that point, okay? There might be some lingering wounds regarding rejection that need to be looked at, pile one. But the universe is really protecting and guiding. The universe is protecting this union. It's protecting it. Which is why the universe is going to the lengths that it is to be able to, keep this past person out of your life. It's distracting this past person with something. Maybe they are in some kind of an addiction. For some of you, that may be true, but like, they were removed from your path and out of your way, and the universe is keeping this person distracted so that all the energy in your pathways can be cleared, so the two of you can come together. And it's going to manifest very quickly. The only thing I really feel that you need to do is you just need to fully shut that door, close that chapter, and, just enjoy, live and love your life. That's literally what I'm feeling like you're being told and guided to do. All right, pile one, those were your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that like button. Comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so. Oh, and just a heads up, you guys, I will be doing... what am I wanting to say? Private readings. I will be offering private readings very soon, so watch out for that announcement, okay? Love you guys so much. I look forward to reading again for you soon, and you guys enjoy your day. I love you so much. Hi, pile two. If you chose the second pile, if you chose this pile, we're going to be looking at or channeling some messages from your soulmate, okay? And I'm going to try to see if maybe we can get some information as far as timing goes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, all right? So what we're going to look at first is just kind of an overall message. We got first house. Okay, so Mars rules the first house. The first house sign is Aries. It deals with first impressions, self, personality, ego, identity, appearance, beginnings, attitude, and approach to life. All right, so and then we also have, oh, look at that, self-love with the heart chakra. It says you can only love others as much as you love yourself. Okay, so what I'm picking up with these two in combination is your soulmate will be coming in as soon as you are able to look at yourself as worthy. Like, I feel like some of you may have kind of like a self-confidence issue. If it's not self-confidence, it's definitely a sense of maybe like a self-esteem or a self-worth. And this may be triggered by something in childhood, but you may be dealing with a situation now that really has you questioning your sense of self-worth. But you may have a hang up regarding your appearance that you're being guided to address, okay? And also realizing that, like, I'm feeling, when you are confident with how you look, how you dress, when you're just confident in and of yourself, like you love yourself because you know you're amazing and you're able to emit that kind of energy out into the world. It doesn't appearance doesn't matter as much as your energy does. Now, I will admit, like, if you are like on dating apps and stuff, it's hard to read someone's energy. You don't really know what someone's energy is until you're in their physical presence and you're able to, have that interaction, that dynamic. But, if you have some kind of hang up on your looks, on your appearance, on your physical appearance, your soulmate is letting you know that what matters most is your energy, because that's what's going to matter. That's what's going to, physical appearance is important for, the physical aspect of it, but physicality does not make a relationship. What makes a relationship is the emotional connection. And if the emotional connection is not there, appearance doesn't and never really mattered. It has a very limited influence on the actual relationship itself. And so if you are having a rough time with something concerning your physical appearance, maybe maybe you're feeling overweight, maybe you don't like the way you look in certain clothes, maybe you don't like a certain aspect of your face or something like that. You really need to get yourself to a point, like, that's your physical body. You should love every aspect of it. If you don't love the way you smile, for instance, then you really need to kind of manifest that love for yourself into your life, and you can literally do that just by, looking at yourself in the mirror every day and, like, I love my smile. It's unique to me. It may not be, what society deems as whatever, but this is my smile. This is me, and I love it. And say it every single day until you start to actually believe it. And then before you know it, you'll actually start loving your smile. And guess what that's going to do? That is going to have others, because energy is more important than anything, okay? Your energy is what everybody else really picks up on. And if you have this energy of, my smile is amazing, my smile is awesome, it's like no one else's, and it's what makes me unique, that's exactly what other people are going to pick up on, and that's how they're going to feel about you. Okay, that's the power of your energy, and that is the power of your ability to manifest and co-create your life here on Earth. All right, so it's really important you're being guided by not just the universe, but by also your soulmate to really kind of let go. Like, I have a feeling like you're waiting to get your physical appearance in order before you decide you're going to love yourself. It's like, no, that's not really how it happens. It's like you love yourself and then your outside starts to match your inside, okay? And just, trust that as you start to love yourself, that everything on the outside is just going to shift and move and fall into place exactly the way that it needs to. All right. Okay, let's pick up some more, get some more cards for pile 2. Let's get some, look at the dynamics. Let's get 3 cards, please, for pile 2. look at that. 3 cards just was like popped out. I love when that happens. We got answers. Ooh, fertility. See babies. And then we have dreams. Okay. All right. So obviously, fertility can mean a couple of different things. Like, but you know, from a lot of you here, I think this is literal. Like, this is going to be the person you end up having kids with if you want kids. All right. If not, fertility just talks about being very abundant, very prolific. Like when you plant a seed, like the harvest is beyond anything that you could have ever wanted. Like this connection is going to be so nurturing, so healthy. The soil in this relationship is just going to be to the point where you plant a seed. Like, so say if, you know, you tell your spouse or you tell your soulmate that you love them, you know, they're going to come back with, you know, a huge bouquet of roses or, you know, something like that. Like this, the soil in this relationship is just going to be so fertile in every which way. Like anything that the two of you do together, if you guys, you know, decide that you want to invest your money, like it's going to go very well. It's just very, very fertile, very... what's that word I want to use? It just makes abundance possible. Not just possible, but it is. It's just abundant. Like I said, if you plant, you know, just one seed, it's going to yield a harvest times 100. It's that kind of energy. I also pick up that the two of you, like, you may actually have some kind of a psychic connection with this person. And the two of you may already be meeting up in the astral realms. You may have had dreams. They may have had a dream of you as well. Like, I feel like they, if they're not psychic, they're highly sensitive and they're very intuitive. They may not know it. They may not know it, but they are. And then we'll find out what kind of answers. Are you needing answers on something? We'll just pull some more cards and see what comes out as far as that goes. We've got, oh, all right, got the Devil. Okay, I'm hearing that you have, wow. There's quite a bit going on here. Okay, I understand. You've had a rough go in your relationships. You really did. Like at the core of who you are, you're this Queen of Pentacles person. And the Queen of Pentacles doesn't necessarily mean you're a female. But it just means like you're, you know, predominantly you're a, you know, you're a feminine dominant person. And so normally you have your, you know, at your core, you have your stuff together. At your core, you're very stable emotionally and mentally. At your core, you're very successful, or you have the ability to be very successful and very abundant. But I feel like there was a connection, or maybe even several connections in your past that really caused you to, you may not even know who this person is. And I'm talking about you. Like, you're so disconnected from who you truly are because of some of the things that were said and or done to you in the past. Caused you a lot of pain. A lot of pain. these past connections, whether it was multiple or just one, left you feeling very confused, left you feeling very heartbroken. You may have been dealing with somebody who was either a narcissist, they could have even been borderline sociopathic. If not, they just had like deep-rooted issues that caused them to behave towards you in ways that really broke you down. Broke down your self-esteem, broke down your self-respect, broke down your self-confidence, and really questioned your worthiness of love. They may have even stabbed you in the back somehow, betrayed you in a really horrific way. For some of you. But the good news is, you guys, is, you know, that time is like a better time is dawning. Like there's some work that needs to be done in healing the trauma that was caused. And when I say trauma isn't always physical, okay? When our heart is broken, that in and of itself is a huge emotional trauma, especially if it is something, I mean, you can feel that physically, okay? So some healing needs to occur. Like, you really need to look at some of the self-limiting beliefs. You need to look at some of the thought structures. You need to look at some of the triggers that these past connections have birthed in you, or that these past connections have mirrored or reflected back to you. And start doing the healing work around that. So that you can, you know, move on to the next phase of your life. Really, it's like what you're being called to do is to, like, all this pain, all this questioning your self-confidence, all this questioning your self-worth and, you know, your worthiness of love is really, it's covering you up. You know, like, your perception of yourself is not based on who you really are. If you knew who you really were, number one, like, none of this stuff would have ever happened, because you would know your self-worth, and you would know that you deserve better than all of that. But like, your soulmate is telling you, your higher self and the universe are all coming through to let you know that you're this Queen of Pentacles. You're this amazing, you're this amazingly successful, abundant, smart, intelligent, wow, I'm hearing drop dead gorgeous. And if you don't feel like you're drop dead gorgeous, pile 2, it's because of how you're showing up, and you're showing up with all of this pain and all of this suffering. Like, it has a literal, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. Like, I'm hearing you really are, like, you clean up well, is what I'm hearing. It's just, you've been under so much extreme stress and pressure from, you know, probably the recent ending, or maybe you're in a situation right now with somebody that has just torn you down. And so that's how you're actually showing up. And it's because that's what's in your energy. But I'm being told you're drop dead gorgeous, pile 2. Like, you're literally very attractive. You clean up very well. And if you would be able to heal and to clear all of this stuff out of your energy field, like, you will show up as a completely different person. And yes, I do mean physically as well. But it starts on the inside first. Okay? All right, let's get some more cards. Yeah, with that Ace of Swords, it's, you guys are just, you have zero clarity to who and what you really are. Like, if you believe you're someone, you know, and the only reason why you may be coming off as unattractive, it's not because of your looks. It's because of your energy. Because your energy is full of this, you know, no self-confidence, no self-esteem. You're carrying around this energy that you're not worthy of love, no one's attracted to you, blah, 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 blah. And what's in your energy field is what others pick up on. and you embody that energy field as well. Your physical body embodies that. That's how you carry yourself, and that's how you show up. But if you would get back to the core of who you really are, which is this Queen of Pentacles person, you could embody that instead. And then you show up, you know, others start to see you as who you really are, and you start to embody that physically, not just inwardly, but physically as well, outwardly. And that's, you know, people see you as drop dead gorgeous. That's, so you guys have to know your soulmate, the universe, and your higher self see this. They see the Queen of Wands. They see beyond all of this stuff, and they are telling you, you are drop dead gorgeous. There's no reason for you to have all these hang-ups on your physical appearance. All you have to do is just remove what is causing you to embody that which you don't want to embody. Remove what is causing you to embody not being attractive to others. And let me tell you, you guys, if you feel like you are unattractive, that's not what I'm hearing. Is that's not actually that's not what's causing people not to approach you romantically. What's causing them to not approach you romantically is how shut off you are, how closed off you are. There's a part of you that wants romantic interest, but then there's an even larger part of you that is subconscious that doesn't. And that's what's actually repelling people from being able to approach you, because you're putting off this vibe that you actually don't want them to. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. So it's like, you know, like there isn't a lot that you need to do to your physical appearance even now. It's just like, you know, you want to go dress up, go, you know, fix your hair, or go do this or go do that. You know, it's like you're drop dead gorgeous right now. I feel in the physical. It's just you're embodying this kind of very false archetype as being somebody who's not. And so it's almost like, because the larger part of you that is subconscious, that doesn't want people to approach you, is causing you to behave, dress, you know, or possibly dress, it could just be more behave in a way that others pick up on you being very closed off to the possibility of being approached. Okay, so here we got the moon. Now it says, what was hidden will be made known. So what is hidden are these subconscious triggers that these relationships are mirroring back to you. Like, you want to heal, but maybe you don't know how. Okay, so there's a couple of things. What's going to be hidden that is revealed to you is, you know, you're going to receive the help and the guidance that you need that's going to be able to show you how to heal through this stuff, as well as show you what to heal. So you're going to be guided to how to heal and also what to heal, so that you can clear this really negative, influencing, and damaging energy out of your energy field, so that you can manifest the soulmate that you want. Then we also have the universe. There's a creative genius in you waiting to be unleashed. I'll get to that in a minute. And then haunted, let the past die so that you may live. Okay, so with the universe, I do feel for some of you like you've been so adverse, and like I said, for this is largely subconscious. You've been so adverse to attracting attention for some reason that you've been hiding yourself. And I mean, you've been hiding your attractiveness. You've been hiding your drop dead gorgeousness. You've been hiding that because there's a very large, deeply hidden subconscious part of you that does not want that it doesn't want the attention. It doesn't want the attraction. And maybe it's because there's some fear there that, like, oh, if they see me, they're not gonna like me. And so on the outwardly, like, what you're doing is, you know, you're hiding your body, you're hiding your looks, you're camouflaging the drop dead gorgeousness that you really are. And so for some of you, that means you're wearing clothes that are very unflattering to your body. You know, you're not, you know, if you're someone that tends to wear makeup, it's like you're not wearing makeup. It's like you're doing, you know, you're not really doing much with your hair. And you're just very closed off. For those of you that, you know, do really well with, you know, dressing, you know, in a way that flatters your body. You know, maybe you do like doing your hair and doing your makeup and stuff like that. It's just your energy is very closed off. What I'm hearing is you're emitting this energy of do not approach, do not approach, do not approach. And so no one's approaching you. Okay. And then this one says, let the past die so that you may live. Absolutely. I think there's a lot of your issues very much are tied to this past. These really toxic connections with people who, you know, causing you to question your self-worth, basically. And then with the universe, there's a creative genius in you waiting to be unleashed. I have a feeling like for those of you who aren't in, you know, who aren't, you're not dressing yourself up, you know, you're not doing your hair or doing your makeup or doing, you know, your nails or anything, or you're not just basically grooming yourself, really. It's like you're doing the bare minimum for your physical appearance. I feel like there is actually a part of you that likes doing that. The Queen of Pentacles, so is very much earth energy. Earth energy is very sensual, very into dressing up, doing their hair, you know, manicures, pedicures, taking care of the physical body. That's who you are. But you're kind of, you know, convincing yourself that that's not who you are. And like, if that's not who I am, I'm not going to do it. But that is who you are. And you're actually very good at it. You're like, I'm hearing like you're very good at coordinating outfits. You're very good at, you know, maybe you've never done this before, but what I'm saying is like you have a natural flair for that. Like once you get into the zone or get into the rhythm of doing that, it's like you pick it up naturally. Like, you know, I'm hearing for those of you who can and want to wear makeup, anybody can wear makeup, but I'm saying who, you know, want to, like you would have a natural flair for it. You know, I'm hearing borderline makeup artist, if that's something that you wanted to do, like, and you'd be really good at doing your hair. I mean, I can just see you like a bombshell, like I said, drop dead gorgeous. But there's a limiting belief that you have that is centered around your physical appearance that keeps you from doing that. Because pile two, when you do this, you know, when you dress a certain way, when you're doing your hair and your makeup and you're expressing your inwards outwardly, your inner self outwardly, it is going to get a lot of attention. But there is a very large part of you that is kind of has an adverse reaction to attention. And, you know, you need to be like, one of the things I've had to do myself, because I was very much the same way. I had to tell myself, like, you know what? I welcome attention. I welcome attention. I want people to look at me. Okay? Not saying that I want it for validation. Not at all. Not at all. But, you know, especially like when you think of in terms of, you know, the feminine and masculine energies, if you're somebody that's feminine dominant, and I feel that most of you, the vast majority of you are, you know, you're going to want, you know, masculine dominant energy in your life. There's too much to go into to explain why, but there's a reason why we kind of crave attention, especially from like if you're feminine dominant, you know, if you're feminine dominant energy, you tend to crave masculine dominant energy, whether, you know, male or female, because we all have inner masculine, feminine energies inside of us. And so that pumps us up. That's kind of like something that, you know, your energy needs. It needs that, you know, even if it's just being flirted with by, you know, a masculine dominant person, that pumps you up. It pumps your energy up. And so you can tell yourself, like, there's nothing wrong with wanting, you know, wanting attention. Not to be an attention whore, so to say, but, you know, not to that extent. You know, when you think of attention whores, it's more because of validation. They want validation. That's not what you're wanting. You know, that's something that's just part of nature, receiving those arrows, what they call it. And that does something to your energy field. Okay. All right. So moving on. What do we want to do now? Trying to remember. All right. Let's see if there's what shadow work you need to do. What healing needs to be done so you can bring this person into your life. See if I can remember to I'm not picking up on any timing, but I do feel like you guys, I don't even know if you've started your healing journey yet. I still think you're smack dab in the middle of trying to deal with whatever these past toxic connections have brought up in you. I'm hearing though that if you haven't started healing, maybe because you don't know where to start, that information is going to be provided for you as long as you remain open and you believe that it's possible, okay? Let's get 2 more cards for pile 2, please. Yeah, you definitely are feeling empty inside. Maybe if you're dealing with a breakup or a separation, it's left a void deep inside you and you're having a really hard time dealing with that. I know what that's like, pile 2. Oh, and then we had the facade with the trust issues. Yeah, that's a large part of the reason why you kind of deflect attention. You deflect anyone from being able to approach you. I mean, some of you may have really been through some like traumatic stuff. You know, it may not just be emotional traumatic things you've been through. It could have very well been, you know, physically traumatic as well. All right, this one wants to come out. All right, yeah. I feel like this is speaking to a very, this is speaking about, so we have facade with trust issues. We've got a lack of fulfillment, feeling empty, and then we've got hot and cold and inconsistency. And so I feel like this is pointing to a very specific connection or a multitude of connections that all embodied the same energy. Like you've seen, like it's either one connection or a pattern of connections that always left you feeling empty inside. That caused you trust issues, like, you know, getting in a pattern of relationships with people that either lied to you, manipulated you, cheated on you, just ghosted you, disappeared, abandoned, all that BS, right? Always in this hot-cold dynamic where maybe things started off really fast and furious. I heard that. I was going to say, you know, what was I going to say? Hot and heavy, but for some reason Fast and Furious came out. I don't know if the movie Fast and Furious has any importance to some of you. If so, that's, I don't know, that's a message for you. But maybe you've had, like, you know, these relationships started off very hot and heavy, Fast and Furious, and then just went cold, like in a matter of weeks or maybe a couple of months, which would leave you feeling, you know, very like a lack of fulfillment. I feel like you were the chaser a lot of the times. And you've just gotten to a point because of this that you're just very energetically closed off. Like there is that part of you that wants a loving, deep connection, but there's more of a part of you that is deeply subconscious, deeply embedded, that is like very resistant to you. And that's why you're not attracting any attention. That is because you're actually repelling it. Your energy is repelling it. Like this, the energy, if you were able to clean up your energy, it's like, you'd be like, you know, romantic interest would be like moths to a flame. You'd have a lot. Okay, so you just need to work on your energy more than anything. It's like, and if you focus on healing your energy field, removing all these triggers, all this toxicity, all this stuff from, you know, from you, that's going to completely it's going to cause you to begin to clean up physically, whatever that means for you. If anything, there may not be any problem with how you present yourself physically. It just may be that your major problem is just your energy field, the energy that you're emitting. I think you think that you look like your looks have something to do with it, but really it doesn't. You're drop dead gorgeous. You're the Queen of Pentacles. You're more than just gorgeous. You're gorgeous on the outside and the inside. And you have, I'm hearing that you have mad wicked skills. Like maybe there's something, you know, some talent or something that you have that has to deal with creativity. Like, you know, maybe some of you are just really, like I said, whatever you put your mind to, you know, if you, you know, want to do your nails, it's like your nails look like they were done professionally. If you want to do your hair, it's like it looks like it was done professionally. If you want to do your makeup, I feel like whatever you put your mind to, if it gets your interest, it's like you have mad wicked skill, mad wicked skills. Okay. Let's pull a few more cards. Let's see what advice, do you have? Pile 2, soulmate. What advice do you have for pile 2? You have mad wicked skills. I love that. All right. Here is one. We got the Sith. Yep. I'll show you these cards in a second. Let me get them pulled out, please. Oh, the Bear, money and power. And that's more, you know, Pentacle energy, you guys. Yeah, I feel like you guys have the ability to really do anything that you put your mind to. It's like, oh, you want to manifest a soulmate? Okay. Like, you have that power. Oh, look at that. And then we got the woman coming out. It's like, you're that bee. you're that one. You're that person. It's like, you're the one. You guys, I feel like you're so closed off. Like, you can't see yourself clearly. Like with the Ace of Swords reversed, you cannot see yourself clearly. You think that the reason why you're not being approached, or you can't seem to find the one, or the ones that you're interested in just aren't interested in you, it has nothing to do with your physical appearance, or it has very little to do with your physical appearance. It's like deep on the inside, like if you were to embody who you really are deep inside, you could almost have anybody that you want. Seriously. There's so much about you that is attractive. It's not just your looks. Although, like I told you, I've heard that you're drop dead gorgeous. There's just there's a lot of limiting beliefs that need to be cut away. Like, so this is a Sith. It looks like those knives or whatever you want to call it that go and like they use to cut away, you know, really thick and dense and tall, you know, vegetation or plants or stuff like that. And that's like what I'm seeing you do. Like, you know, I know it seems overwhelming, especially if this isn't something you've even attempted to do yet. Like, it can seem it's a lot of work to do, but you just get in there and you just start taking it day by day, and you just start chopping, you know, those self-limiting beliefs down. And when you do that, the real you, that is this Queen of Pentacles person, this divine feminine. And for some of you, this may mean that, you know, there's two things coming here, with two messages coming here. This may be like a same-sex, because I feel like you are definitely feminine, predominantly feminine as far as your energy goes. But this may be for some of you that are like same-sex, you know, where the person that you're with, you know, if you're predominantly feminine, they're predominantly masculine in their energy. Okay. Otherwise, it's just letting you know that you're going to be somebody's spouse. Like, this person coming in, like your soulmate, is going to be your spouse. Okay, but at the very core of who you are, you're this person. You're this Queen of Pentacles, money and power. You have that influence. And when you completely are able to embody that, who you really are, rather than this, you know, this false identity that you're carrying around that you're not, yeah, things are going to move very quickly for you in a very good way. All right, let's pick up some messages from your soulmate. It says this rejection is actually divine protection. So yeah, if you're dealing with rejection from a past connection, that's the universe at work. That person was not good for you in any way. You know, if they made you feel self-conscious about your looks, it had nothing to do with your actual looks at all. You're drop dead gorgeous, okay? There's something else going on there, but just know that person is out of your path for a reason, because you're manifesting in your soulmate, okay? Oh, look at this, abundance. This is Empress energy. I also feel like this is Queen of Pentacles energy. Again, it says you've done the work, abundance flows to you now, okay? As soon as, like, so if you are kind of like, I have a feeling that there's two kinds of people here. Those of you that are haven't done the work yet because you don't know how to do the work, you don't know where to get started. And like I said, for those of you where that resonates, it's gonna be like the answers are coming soon. There's the rest of you that just started this healing journey. It feels arduous. I get it, it does. But this is not saying that the work has to be completed for abundance to flow to you. What this is saying is, like, so imagine this field, right? You're going in there and you're clearing this field, and you know, you're creating space. So abundance is filling the space that you clear up, okay? You don't have, so abundance is flowing and replacing, you know, the toxicity that you've been clearing, okay? You don't have to wait for the work to be 100% done for this abundance to flow. No, this abundance is coming in and it's filling up the space you've already cleared. It's present now, okay? Let's get 3 more cards. Longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. Uh-oh. I'll channel some messages here in a second regarding these two. Oh, okay. I feel that some of you are so cut off. Okay, and then we denial. Yes, okay, I get it. Here, let me put these down here. You don't know how you're drop dead gorgeous right now. Right effing now. Like in your jeans and t-shirts, in your sweatpants, in your holy shirt, I don't know, but you're drop dead gorgeous now. You actually get, like, people actually admire you. Like, they want to approach you. Like, I'm hearing that. Yeah, so you're over here wondering why, you know, and it may be very well because for those that have approached you and maybe you were attracted to, like maybe they, you know, the connection was never able to really go anywhere, or you just kept getting in connections where you ended up getting your heart broken. That has nothing to do with your worthiness. It doesn't have anything to do with your physical attraction, other than the fact that it's just how you're showing up. Okay? I hope this is making sense for you guys. When I say how you're showing up, I mean how you're embodying, what energy you are embodying. And if you're embodying energy that says I'm unattractive, I'm not worth looking at, I'm not worth spending time with, and stuff like that, you're showing up like that. You're dressing yourself like that. You're behaving like that. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is your soulmate's coming through and is like, you're drop dead gorgeous. Like, you actually have people who, like, admire you. Like, you have admirers almost everywhere that you go. People that think, oh wow, they're pretty. Oh wow, they're handsome. But you're so closed off, and you're so, and this is a harsh word, but it's what's coming up. It's like you're so brainwashed by your programming that you're not attractive, that you can't see what's in front of you. Okay? Time apart, and then time apart. So the farther away you get from whatever connection caused you to kind of, you know, maybe it's not just one connection, like I said, but the farther apart you are from this toxic energy from these other people, the more clear you're going to be able to get. But I'm also hearing like the more you distance yourself from that persona, the more you do the healing work, the more that you clear away, the more you are distancing yourself from this persona of not being attractive, not being worthy, not being lovable, all that stuff. You're going to become very clear on who you truly are. You're going to be very clear, and you're going to be able to easily connect to who you really are, which is this Queen of Pentacles, this drop dead gorgeous, powerful, abundant Queen of Pentacles with mad skills. Okay. All right, to pile 2, those were your messages. I really hoped that they brought you some joy, brought you a sense of closure, whatever it is that you needed. Healing, definitely. If you did enjoy this, do me a favor and smash the like button for me. Comment, share, subscribe, but only if you feel led to do so. And I look forward to reading again for you guys very soon. Thanks, pile 2. Love you. Hey, pile 3, this is going to be your reading, and we're going to be looking at or channeling some messages from your soulmate, okay? And I'll see if we can pick up on some timing, but really we're just going to kind of let this reading unfold naturally and see what comes through, okay? All right, so, boom. All right, let's see what we got here for some overall energy. Oh, we got the 11th house, which speaks of society, social justice, charity groups, memberships, humanitarian, futuristic, science fiction, wishes, and liberty. Okay, there's a couple of messages coming through in regards to this. Oh, look. Okay, a few messages coming through. You might meet them like when you're with a group of friends, or maybe like a community event or something like that you're deeply involved in, or maybe wanting to become involved in. You might possibly meet them via social media. You might also meet them through your friends. I also hear with this energy of the 11th house that the two of you are going to be very, very busy. You know, I don't know if you're somebody that tends to be a loner, who maybe doesn't really have, not that you don't have a lot of friends, but you might have some really close friends. But this person is really going to be able to tap you into a large network of people. Like, your soulmate is somebody who knows a lot of people. They're friends with a lot of people. They network easily. They might be an entrepreneur. They might have a lot of Aquarius energy somewhere in their chart, but you're going to have a lot of fun with this person, okay? Definitely good vibes coming from that. And then here we have a meditation to see more clearly, close your eyes. And so if you're not actively really trying to manifest your soulmate in, I'm being guided to tell you that you can actually aid this connection by like manifesting them in, and you know, on purpose. Okay, let's get some more information. And I'm also hearing that you do need to kind of maybe get more of a clear picture of who this person is, or who you want them to be. If you've never done scripting before, as far as manifestation and law of attraction goes, I'd go check it out on YouTube, and I'd script out your soulmate. That may be what's keeping this connection from happening. It's like you don't have a really clear picture of what you're wanting to manifest in, okay? Let's get one more card for pile 3. Lighten your load. I'm hearing some of you keep yourself really busy. Like, I don't feel like you're really making time and space in your life for this connection. You might need to kind of clear the way in your outside world for this person to be able to come in. Okay. That's for some of you. That's a very direct message for some of you. For the rest of you, it's almost like this could be also talking about maybe some self-sabotaging beliefs that you might have. Might be centered around your self-confidence that you need to but you need to remove from your quote-unquote plate. And this could be very direct. It could just be saying you're taking on way too much. You need to let go what you can let go of, and delegate what you can delegate, and free yourself up of some responsibilities. Okay? Maybe there's some, there might be some relationships in your life that you need to kind of let go of. If you're single, obviously this is speaking more along the lines of like, you know, friendships or relationships that you've outgrown. Maybe stop spending your time with people who are emotionally draining on you. Things of that nature, okay? But yeah, with blessings and confidence, I really feel like that's what this person is bringing in with them when they connect with you. Like, they're just going to be blessing you. I mean, your friendship circle is going to explode. And they're just going to be like your biggest cheerleader. They're going to constantly be just building you up, giving you compliments, all the time. Like, they're going to be your biggest #1 supporter and your biggest fan. Very encouraging, very supportive. And they live to bless you with stuff, whether it's, you know, gifts, whether it's compliments, whether it's, you know, date nights. They just love blessing you. Okay. Oh my gosh. I think I want to be your person's friend. They seem amazing. I actually have people like that in my life. I have amazing friends like that, and they are the best. Like, I have friends like that. I have never had a, you know, a romantic relationship like that. Actually, no, I can't say that. That's not true. I've had a couple of relationships like that. I guess what I meant to say is that were mutually, the feelings were mutual. But yeah, these kinds of people, you guys, are just, they're true gifts. They really are. I'm happy for you guys. All right, so we got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get 4 more cards for pile 3, please. That one wants to come out. Ooh, the 4 of Wands. Retro, it's the marriage card. It's the soulmate card. So obviously we're talking about your soulmate, but what this is letting me know that if you want to get married, pile 3, this is going to be your person. And it's going to be a big wedding, I'm hearing, because this person knows a lot of people. Oh my gosh, we got the Ace of Pentacles in the World. Oh, this is such a, wow. Oh my gosh, yes, you are going to be your person's world. This is going to be a very, very abundant relationship in every way, shape, and form, okay? Let's just get 1 more card, please. Oh, I don't need 16 cards. I need 1. That's my shuffling. It's not. All right. And then we got the 7 of, okay. So what I'm hearing, you guys, okay, you are going to feel so blessed. You are going to have some very envious people. So with those of you I'm talking about lighten your load, there's actually going to be some haters that are going to come out of the woodworks because of your relationship with this person. I don't know if they're connected to you or if they're connected to your person, but don't worry, because it's not really going to cause any issues. But what I'm hearing is you're going to learn who your true friends are, and they're going to learn who their true friends are. Like, this connection, because it's going to cause people who are unevolved to, like, for me, like, when I'm seeing this energy, it's amazing. You know, like, I would want this for myself, but because I've healed, you know, my ego is fairly healthy. I'm happy for you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm happy for you. But people whose egos are not healed, they're selfish. Tend to be selfish side. They're envious. They're looking at this like, I want that. That's not fair. How come I'm not getting that? And then they tend to want to reject the people that are living out the dream they wish they had, rather than embracing it and saying like, oh, that's an example of what I want in my life. Cool. You know, and kind of approaching it from that, like, you too, like, this relationship is going to be the type that it really brings out the haters, because it's the kind of relationship that everybody wants. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, there's a little bit of bad news in there for you, but you know what? That's going to help you lighten your load. You know, you're going to learn who your true friends are. They're going to learn who their true friends are. But it's neither here nor there. They're not going to cause any issues in your relationship itself. All right, but some people are going to be very envious of you. I can tell you that right off the bat. But this is a very... I love the energy of this relationship. It's very loving. It's very grounded, very fresh. And the two of you are going to have like new experiences all the time. Like, I feel like this person is constantly on the go. Like, the two of you are going to be making a ton of memories together, taking tons of pictures together. Yeah. I'm picking up on some Sagittarius energy in here too, somewhere. So they might be a Sagittarius, they might have a lot of Sagittarius influence in their chart, or they just, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily that they are Sagittarius dominant, but that's the feeling of their energy. They're just really lighthearted, they're fun, very into like connections and networking, and very extroverted. They're just really extroverted. They got a lot of energy. They just want to experience life and make memories. They're all about experiencing life and making memories. That's what they want the most. It's like their primary drive is not necessarily how much money can I make, how, you know, what's the best car I can drive. It's nothing like that. Like, they're wanting to know, like, when can we go on another vacation? When can we go to Machu Picchu? All right. When can we go on another retreat? Like, you know, when's the next time you and I can get together and go experience and enjoy life together and make memories together? That's what they're wanting. That's the energy that I'm feeling that's coming from them. I love that energy. You guys, I'm a Sagittarius sun myself. I have a lot of water and earth in my chart though, but I mean, at the core of who I am, I'm that person that's just like, oh, let's go explore and try new things. And, you know, I'm more introverted though, but yeah, so very exciting. This person's going to be very exciting. I have a feeling too that, you know, because I'm hearing some of you maybe more on the introverted side, and maybe it's like, oh, I don't know if you're going to, like, you don't know if you're going to have the energy to keep up with this person. That's not going to be a problem at all. You'll be able to keep up, like, no problem. And some of you are just like, oh yeah, finally, like, you're really resonating with this person, and that's actually something that you're wanting, and that's what you're manifesting and calling in. Here we have allow your passion to become your purpose. Oh, we got the spirit world. Spirit is trying to communicate with you. Pay attention to the signs. Let's get one more card, and then I'll channel some messages. Okay, so if you're kind of like overly, here we got two cards wanting to come out. Like, if you're having a hard time really just enjoying your life, you know, outside of being in a relationship, or like the universe, your soulmate, your higher self is letting you know, the easiest way to really connect to them, not only like when the two of you are actually, you know, in each other's world, like when the two of you have met, but even now, like if you want to connect to their energy, which is going to help draw them, like, you know, manifesting them in your life, is to enjoy your life, like live your life, love your life. Do that now. Don't put off, you know, until you meet your soulmate And actually, waiting to live your life until your soulmate comes in is actually what may be blocking them from manifesting in the first place. So you're supposed to be doing that now. All right. So it's like, start living and enjoying your life now, and don't put it off enjoying and loving your life. Like, do that now. Okay. You may have some questions regarding who your soulmate is, when they're coming in. And the universe, your higher self, and your soulmate, it's like they're all sending you all kinds of signs. I don't know. I'm hearing some of you see repeating numbers. You might have your own symbolism, or you might dedicate like your own, you know, when you see, say, like a couple of butterflies, you're like, okay, it's, you know, you're on track, or it's coming, or something like that. But the universe is steadily, so if you're hearing the same name, like the same first name over and over and over and over again, that might be a clue as to what your soulmate's name might be. Or if you keep hearing the same, you know, you keep being drawn to a certain area, that might be where they work or where they live. It's just like, pay attention to the signs, and signs are a lot more than just things in the outside world. Pay attention to the signs as far as like where you're being drawn to. Why are you being drawn in that direction? You know, all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, you know what? I haven't gone skating, you know, maybe ever. And it's like, all of a sudden I want to go skating. Why, you know, it might be because that is something that your soulmate is into. So pay attention to the signs, okay? Because they're everywhere. And then we got familiar with help is on the way. Allow yourself to receive and be vulnerable. So there might be some work or some healing that needs to be done before this person can come in. And actually, you guys, I don't really see, like, there's nothing so far coming up in these cards where it's like you have like a toxic attachment to your past that is blocking this thing from coming in. If you did, what this is telling me, that you've closed the door on that, you've healed from that. I really feel like the pathway, for the most part, is open for this person to come in. The only thing, like I said, that might be blocking you is just like you're keeping yourself too busy. You're not clearing space in your life or making time in your life where they can come in, and, you know, because you have to, like, how would you act if this person was in your life? How would you act? You know, would you be working 24/7? You know, filling up every minute of your time with distractions? Or, you know, would you be going out with this person and living and enjoying your life and trying new things? It's like, start doing those things now. You know, when this person comes into your life, you're going to make space for them, right? You're going to make time for them. But you need to start doing that now. Like, I'm hearing like you're keeping yourself way too busy. I don't know if it's because it's something that you feel you have to do. I don't know if you have to work 2 jobs or work a job and go to school, or I don't know what's taking up a lot of your time and your energy, your effort and your resources. But I'm hearing there are some things that you can cut back on. And for many of you, this is like, whether you are consciously aware of it or not, this is just a distraction. Like, maybe it's because like this person not being in your life, or maybe being single, or what have you, kind of creates like a void or a feeling of emptiness. And so you fill that emptiness up with distractions. That's possibly for some of it. And what you're meant to do is to, rather than fill your life with distractions, fill your life with doing things that you really truly love and enjoy to do. Like, what do you think you're going to be doing with this person when the two of you get together? You know, are you going to be going to concerts? Are you going to be going out to eat? Are you going to be trying new things? It's like, do those things now. You know, if you do those things with friends and family, do those things with your kids if you got them, you know, with your pets if you have them. Do those things now. And that's going to help you create the space that is needed energetically for this person to come in, okay? And then last we have mirror. It says, what you see as your reality will always come from within yourself. So Neville Goddard talks about, you know, people being us pushed out, right? And so And this person really is going to be you pushed out. So this is really just going to reflect back to you, like how you truly feel about yourself. And honestly, with this person's energy, I honestly do believe you have a pretty healthy sense of self-esteem. Like, I'm not picking up that you're someone that has any like really deep-seated, wounds of, abandonment or anything like that. If you did, you've done the work and you cleared it out, because it's not showing up in your energy at all. Okay, like this person's gonna come in and just they're just gonna love you, just adore you. They're just gonna be captivated by you, and that's because that's how you feel about yourself. Okay, all right, let's pull some more cards. Let's find out what guidance is wanting to come through. What guidance do we have for pile 3, please? What guidance do we have for pile 3 regarding their soulmate? We got the Scythe, which came up in pile 2. So whoa, oh, alrighty. Then we have, oh, that one needs to go out. Okay, I need one more. You just had a placeholder card, you guys. I had to put back. Aww. Okay, so okay, I understand. All right, so I feel like you guys may be too hyper masculine dominant. Like you're too, like you're in your masculine energy. And remember, you guys, we are all individually made up of inner masculine and feminine energies, okay? But I feel, pile 3, that you are mostly, if not 24/7, not 24/7, I don't think you're in it 24/7, but I think you're in your masculine energy more than what you should be, or more than what you need to be. And that's, in order for the soulmate to come in, that's kind of, and I understand now why. Like, I see you as really hard workers. I see you like constantly on task, constantly on point, constantly doing, figuring stuff out, fixing, stuff like that. Like, I see you doing that. And I understand now why. It's because, you're taking care of business, basically. And we are in our masculine type energies when we're doing that. And so what is needing to happen is we need to kind of learn how to balance our inner masculine and feminine energies out. And the way that you can do that is by tapping into your inner child. Did creativity come out here? No, it didn't. Okay. But tapping into your inner child, or connecting, I should say, connecting to your inner child. So how do we connect to our inner child? It's anything that we can do to connect to our bodies, basically, to employ the senses of our bodies. So what does that look like? That looks like dancing, painting, coloring, sculpting, anything, taking baths, swimming, anything that employs the senses. Eating, but like I said, there's some things that need to be done in moderation, right? But anything that taps into your creativity, movement of the body, stuff like that, okay? Coloring, painting, maybe making pottery, taking art classes, taking dance classes, stuff like that. And that's going to kind of help you. And that's part of enjoying your life. Maybe even going to just hang out with friends, okay? So like, yeah, like you're too overly dominant in your masculine energy. You really need to, or I should say you're being guided to balance your inner masculine and inner feminine energies out by connecting with your inner child, okay? Your inner child more. I'm not so much hearing that this is like inner child healing that needs to be done. It's just like you need, you're connecting way too much to your masculine energy. You need to start connecting to your your inner child, which is going to help the feminine energy kind of come back in, and you'll be a lot more balanced, okay? Let's see. I think we're just going to get some actual messages from your soulmate to kind of square off the reading. You know what? I'm not getting anything as far as timing coming through. All right, let's get 5 cards for pile. Yeah, nothing's coming through for timing. I haven't gotten any timing, really. I think pile 1 was the only thing that was timing. And all it was like, it's coming in soon. It's like, well, my soon and your soon are probably 2 different things. But anyway, here we got rejection. It says this rejection is actually divine protection. Friendship, this friendship is leading to more. With these 2 together, I am picking up for some of you, okay. This is squaring back to like this relationship bringing out some of the haters. This is just kind of letting you know, like, and it may be even people that you never thought would treat you like that. It might bring out, yeah, because this is such an ideal relationship. I mean, even those people that you would maybe consider ride or dies or besties or something, all of a sudden you're seeing sides to them that you never knew they had. But it's just like your soulmate's wanting you to know, like, that, yeah, that's probably going to sting. But do you really want that kind of energy messing with the energy of this relationship? You really don't. You don't want someone who's jealous of your happiness coming anywhere near the energy of that relationship that is part of what is making you feel so happy. Second chance. So some of you, this could be a past person coming back in. Okay, so I'll just hold on. Let me get, that's my Sagittarius Mercury just wanting to go all over the place. All right. Now, actually, you guys, I'm seeing for many of you. Now, remember, this is a general reading, so this is not going to resonate. And if it doesn't resonate, that just means for you, there's a different message coming through. But for many of you, I feel like your soulmate might actually be somebody from your past that you've had to spend some time apart. And that time apart brought some needed clarity. Like maybe you already know who this person is. Like, yeah, I know who that person is. But there was some clarity needed to come in, or some healing or something like that. And time apart, when I mean time apart, like I'm seeing like they went on with their life, you went on with your life, and somehow the 2 of you come back together. But the relationship is going to be different this time around because one or both of you, like your outlook on things are completely different, and the 2 of you align better now. So it's going to be a different relationship than what it was in the past, okay? And for those of you who don't want the ex back, or none of your exes, you don't want none of them back, then this just means that this person could possibly be somebody that you knew in a past life. And now it's like, you know, you're having that second chance to be together again, okay? And yeah, so I do feel for all of you here, it's like this relationship is going to start out in a very healthy way. Like the 2 of you are actually going to be friends first. Like I don't see like the 2 of you are going to be going into it very hot and heavy, which can be very problematic because those kinds of relationships tend to fizzle out very quickly. So I feel like this is going to be what's called a slow burner, where, you know, you start off as friends, you know, you're taking time to get to know each other, you're going slow. Even when the 2 of you do decide to cross that friendship romantic barrier, not barrier, but that line, I still feel like you're not going to like super rush into it. Like you're going to allow things to unfold very naturally. But you're going to know this person. You know how like when you first meet somebody and you start dating, and then you don't really know who they are until maybe 6 to 9 months later on down the line. It's like, because the two of you are friends, you're going to, and you're taking things slow, you're really taking the time to get to know each other as friends. It's like you're going to know exactly who they are. They're going to know exactly who you are. So like when the two of you finally do decide to get together and make it an actual romantic relationship, there's not going to be any surprises, right? Like it's not going to be any moment that comes along that was like, wait a minute, what happened to the person I fell in love with? No, that you're going to know who they are. Okay. All right. Pile 3. That was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed the message. If you did, please do me a favor and hit that like button for me. Comment, share, subscribe, but only if you feel led to do so. And I'll be reading for you guys again very soon. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you later. Pile 4. This is your reading, you guys, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be channeling some messages from your soulmate, okay? And I haven't been able thus far to really pinpoint timing. The only pile that was able really kind of to do that was pile 1, and it was just kind of like, oh, soon. I was like, well, how soon is soon? Because my soon might be different than your soon. But anyway, I'll try and see if I can pinpoint maybe some timing that needs to come through, but yeah, I'm basically just gonna let this message unfold the way that it needs to, okay? So let's look at the kind of general feeling of this. Ooh, Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer, okay? And so let me see, because there's a couple of different scenarios that are coming up for, okay. So we got love as a verb, so make it your most treasured action. All right, so a couple of messages are coming through, and both of them may be true for you. Just kind of take which one resonates. It's a general reading, but for some of you, this is saying that there is some healing that needs to be done that is centered around maybe some past relationships, some past connections and stuff like that. And or when this connection comes in, it's going to be very healing, okay? I am picking up that both you and your soulmate are very heart chakra based people. Like, you're not ego driven, you're more driven by love and connection, if you know, more than anything else. And so they're not going to be so much focused on, like, they're going to be attracted to you, you know, stuff like that, but they're not going to be anybody that is driven just by physical appearance. They're going to be very emotionally, obviously they're your soulmate, but they're going to be very emotionally attracted and connected to you. Like the two of you, like I'm seeing a connection at your guys' heart space, okay? It's going to be very, very strong. So we'll just go ahead and just continue on with the reading and see if we can narrow down on that dynamic. Pile 4. Oh, that's like, nope, we're done shuffling that way. All right. These 3 wanted to come out. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's get 2 more cards. Holy moly. Or we can get 4 more cards. I think, is that 4? Yeah, all right. It's just, your cards are just doing whatever the heck they want. Pile 4. All right, let's look and see what. Yeah, I can, okay, so two different things are coming through, okay? And I think both of these are going to be true for you. First, we're going to talk about your past. And so I feel like in your past relationships or relationship, or your past connections, I should say, you've been dealing with some very negative influences in your life. Very negative influences. Some of you have been dealing with, you know, liars, manipulators, narcissists, sociopaths, or just people who are so closed off or so ego-based that they couldn't see you for who you really are. Like, they couldn't connect to your heart. They couldn't connect to your heart. Which, you know, you're somebody who is very heart-based and heart-driven. You're not ego-driven or ego-based. I mean, yeah, we all have our own experiences with the ego, but for the most part, it's like, you know, you may have even okay, for some of you, and this is kind of a this is a specific message. If it resonates, remember, this is a general reading, so if it resonates, awesome. If it doesn't, just, you know, that's fine too. But some of you I'm hearing some of you were like, you know, like, I don't know why this is so funny. I'm sure it'll come out. Okay, so, oh, I get it. All right. You were involved with somebody, or maybe even a couple of people, and it's like you may still feel very tied to this person, and you're like, I don't know why I'm pining for this person. They're not even that attractive. Like, this person did you so dirty, and you're like, I don't even know how you were able to do that. Like, why am I even having this response or this reaction? You're not even that cute. And I'm loving that response. Like, there's such a part of you that is so self-aware. It's like, you know, you're like, you're not even that cute. Like, why am I having such a hard time getting over you? It's like, you're not the bomb. You're not even that. It's like, you do have a sense of your own self-worth and your own self-confidence, but I think there might be kind of like a toxic attachment issue that is really kind of effing things up for you. It's like, it's not even about the person, it's about the attachment system. It's the attachment system that is causing issues. It's like, it has nothing to do with this person that is causing you to kind of maybe feel like pulled back to the past. Or that may be keeping you, like, you're feeling stuck. It's like it's hard for you to let go of what went down in the past. And it's like, maybe they're even somebody, somehow they're just able to, they're not even that good looking. Their personality isn't even, you know, they might be a-holes even. And it's like, I don't understand why I'm so attracted to you. Like, I don't understand why I'm so drawn to you. It may even be like, I'm not attracted to you, but I'm drawn to you, and I don't understand why. And it's just the energy that this person, like, physical looks doesn't have anything to do with being attractive to other people. It's all about your energy field, okay? Physical looks help, but it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you have the ability to look beyond physical looks and to look into a person's heart and to deep into who they are. The only thing is that when you encounter narcissists, they can be very deceiving, even on an energetic level. And so what you were picking up on very well may have been your own energy. Like, and this is something that is very often true. It's like people, and okay, I'm not saying diagnosable narcissists, but people that have that tendency, at least strong tendencies. And for some of you, it may have been someone who was diagnosed as a narcissist or even a sociopath, but that's what they do. They don't know who they are. They have no connection to themselves at all. And so the only thing that they can do is mirror you back to you. And that's what you fell in love with. You didn't fall in love with them. You fell in love with what they were reflecting back to you. And they were reflecting back to you. Okay? But narcissists also have, and I'm saying narcissist, I'm labeling it, okay? I'm not saying they are a narcissist. For some of you that might resonate, for some of you it may not, but I'm just saying this past person, or past people even, this could be a pattern for you. But, you know, they have in their energy this belief that they're God's gift to men or women or whatever, and that's what attracts people to them. And then when the people are attracted back to them, because they don't know or they have no connection to who they really are, they mirror back that person. And so the person isn't actually falling in love with the narcissist. They're falling in love with a reflection of themselves. Okay? And so, yeah, it's kind of a big mind screw, honestly. But yeah, that was a very direct message. Just take it if it resonates, you guys, but I feel like for a lot of you that it will, and I hope that was some kind of guidance that may help you heal. But like, this person And I don't know why your soulmate for some reason is focusing on this, and I guess they're wanting to bring you some clarity, some resolution, maybe some closure. Maybe you're needing some closure, because with Chiron coming up, being the wounded healer, it's like there's definitely some healing work that needs to happen in your heart chakra, which is based off of like relationships with others and relationships with yourself. And so your soulmate is basically popping in to tell you that, helping to put into perspective what you experienced with this person in the past. Okay. I'm also hearing that they were trying, okay, so they were projecting themselves onto you. So in the beginning, when it first started, it's like, you know, in the beginning where maybe you felt love bombed, things were very fast and furious in the very beginning. You were falling in love with what they were reflecting, which was you. Okay, so you fell in love with the reflection of you. And then when the honeymoon period was over, or whatever they call that in these kinds of situations, they pushed you away by projecting themselves on you. Okay, so you became a reflection of who they are. And you guys have to understand, it's not necessarily that you were doing or saying or behaving in any way how they were inside. These people tend, like, they're so, it can be very illusionary. Look, the Seven of Cups. They created, so when they pushed you away, they literally created an illusion that wasn't there. It had nothing to do with what you were doing, what you weren't doing. It had nothing to do with you at all. They lied to themselves. They created a lie to themselves. And these people are so good at what they do, they believe the lies. They believed the illusion. You didn't do necessarily anything wrong. They were projecting themselves onto you. And inwardly, these people are very ugly. Very ugly. And so that's how they discard. That's how they're able to push people away. Okay, I hope this is bringing you some closure and some clarity, you guys, because this is a very powerful message that's coming through. Some of this information that is kind of flowing through me isn't anything that I'm inherently like, you know, that I was keen to before. Like, I'm literally just channeling this information, and it's so powerful. I'm like, I can even like apply this to areas in my life as well. But I feel like at the core of who you are, you guys, you're very strong. This person caused you to very much tested your strength. I feel like they tested it above and beyond possibly what you felt you were capable of. But like, who you really, this is who you fell in love with, you guys. You fell in love with the Nine of Pentacles. Someone who's, you know, appears to be very put together, very sure of themselves, very on task. Just, yeah, this person is just enjoying the fruits of their labor. They're not, you know, they've already done the harvest, they've done the work, they're very successful. This is the Wealth card. You basically you fell in love with a reflection of yourself, which you need to, like, you need to love yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that was wrong with that was that this, you know, underneath that reflection for this person was this, unfortunately. And once, you know, and I feel like maybe you were very disillusioned too. There may have even been a point in this relationship where you looked at this person and you were like, I don't even know who you are. Who are you? Because the illusion was shattered. The mirror that they were presenting to you was shattered. You fell in love with this person, you know, with this person was in the mirror, which was you. That mirror shattered, and all of a sudden you saw who they really were. And they made you feel like this was you, because they were projecting themselves out on you as a way to disconnect themselves and push you away. Yeah, and it caused you a lot of hurt, a lot of heartache. I do feel like this person may have betrayed you in some way, may have stabbed you in the back. Yeah, so you've been through some stuff. And I can see, so this person that's coming in, though, the complete opposite of this energy. Okay. All right, let's get some more information. Pile 4. Three cards for pile 4, please. We have the Witch. Don't fear the unknown. Trust in your magical powers to bend reality. So this has the feeling of the Magician, you guys. This person exiting your life may have left what feels like a massive hole in your heart. You may be feeling very empty inside. And you may be going through a really rough time right now. It's like you want to move forward, but you don't know how. And I'm being told to give you guys the guidance to, as much as you possibly can, focus on the future and what you want to call in. And I know it's very difficult, like, especially when you are coming out of a breakup with someone that has this kind of energy. It can really F up your mind, your sense of self. Yeah. And so just do what you need to do at this point to mourn the loss, because I do feel like you need to grieve. Like, there is actually a time for grieving. You know, you fell in love basically with somebody that didn't exist. And then, you know, for whatever reason, maybe it was, you know, some toxicity inside of you that kept you bound to this person even when you saw who they really were. Because you have such a pure heart, like, but this person was just so, like I said, they were holding up a mirror. You weren't seeing, like, their energy. They don't know who they are, so they took on your energy, and that's what you fell for. All right, so we have ritual bath, spend some time alone, regroup, and listen to your inner wisdom. And then we also have the skull with real transformation requires real honesty to move forward in life. And so I'm literally being told that you guys, if you haven't been consciously manifesting your soulmate, that is something that you can do to kind of help take your mind off of, even while you're grieving. You know, because you need a vision. You need a vision for your future, a good one. You need something to look forward to. And that's another thing. It's like you need to build your life up, you know, hang out with your friends. The best way to get out of your head, you guys, is to really tap in or connect to your inner child and your feminine energy. And the way that you do that is by doing something that employs the senses of your body, okay? Because that's where all this, the pain is coming from your mind and your ego. That's where all of this pain, that's where all of these abandonment issues, rejection issues, that's where all of this stuff resides. And the easiest way to find peace, you guys, is to get out of your head and into your body. And the way that you do that is by employing the senses of your body. And you do that by, you know, and things like, okay, so things that you can do that employ the senses of your body. I'll give you some examples. Swimming, baths, showers, you know, eating, meeting up with friends, singing, dancing, coloring, painting, doing pottery, sculpting, you know, things like that, okay? And so those are going to be things that you can do. And I'm not, you know, yes, it's going to be, I wouldn't say they're temporary fixes, but at the same time, it's very healing, okay? Because you're going to get used to being able to enjoy your life without this person being in it, because you really will be enjoying yourself in those moments. You really will be. Now, I do understand it's like once those moments are over and you're back home and you're by yourself again, that's when the pain comes. But just see it as pain that is there, because it's showing you where your toxicity, your own toxicity, is at. And then you can work through that toxicity, you can release the toxicity, and and heal yourself, okay? And then last here we got the mojo bag. Little things can make a big difference and make things happen. Yeah, see, little things, you know, painting, getting out with your friends, enjoying your life, you know, tapping into your feminine. And you know, it's just a little small thing that can tap you into your feminine energy and then your inner child, okay? It doesn't take a lot, but it can make big things happen. It can cause big shifts. Just, you know, spending maybe an hour connecting to your feminine energy and your inner child creates huge, massive shifts in your energy, all right? So yeah, let's see what else do we have here. Let's get some guidance from the universe. Oh, how did I forget these? Obviously, I think your soulmate wanted to talk about that past thing first. That's why. Yeah, that was more important. We'll get to this one. Now, let's get 3 cards from this deck, please. Awesome empowerment. Oh, the good news. Okay, so your soulmate is very much somebody who is like, okay, we're going to get the bad news out of the way. Now we're going to talk about, so the good news is just that much more sweeter, okay? So, yeah, this connection coming in is just, look at that. Oh, the strength again. The strength card. This time, though, it's not in reverse. Yeah, you guys are going to feel so, yeah, okay, empowered in strength. I'm not saying that you need the soulmate connection to come in, but your sense of empowerment and your strength is being restored. Okay, and one of the ways that you can start doing that now is by tapping into your inner child and your feminine energy. Those are very healing things to do when you are, definitely when you are in the middle of grieving a deeply toxic relationship. All right, I know your mind is telling you that, you know, it's best to just stay home, you know, but no, really, trust me when I tell you guys, because I've been through this myself. Take that shower, brush your teeth, do your hair, do your makeup if you wear it, or if you can wear it, or if you choose to wear it, you know, dress up in, you know, a flattering outfit. And go out on a night at a time with your friends. Trust me, you're going to, I know your mind is lying to you and saying it's not going to matter, but you will. It's going to actually shift something in your energy field, even if it feels temporary in the moment. Keep doing those things, and very soon, the pain of that this person caused and of this relationship ending is going to be less and less and less. You just need to get out there and start living and loving and enjoying your life, even if it's just, you know, in little 5-minute increments. But what I want to say is that when you are doing that, like, you know, the more that you do that, the energy shift and the good feelings that you had from doing that is going to last longer and longer and longer. Like in the very beginning, when you go out with your friends, you're having a good time, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as you leave, it's like, boom, you know, here comes the pain. But each time you do that, that buffer gets, you know, bigger and bigger. And so, you know, right when you leave the restaurant, say after you're visiting with some friends and stuff, as soon as you leave, it's right there. It's like immediate, right? So maybe like, you know, a month of doing that, maybe every week, that buffer, it's like, okay, the pain didn't come until 15 minutes after, and then eventually it's 30 minutes after, and then maybe it's 2 hours after, and before you know it, you know, you're realizing, like, I have barely even thought about them today. All right, it does something in your energy. So don't trust your mind, because your mind is where all of this stuff, all of the pain and all of the suffering is coming from. Okay. Don't trust your mind when it tells you it's not going to make any difference. No, you're going to have a good time and you're going to have fun. All right. Oh, commitment. See? Oh my gosh. Yes. The real deal is coming in. Okay. Obviously, I know it's your soulmate, but this is just confirmation. Like, your soulmate's like, I'm down for you. I'm going to commit to you. I'm going to be the reflection of the empowerment and the strength that's already in you. You like, yeah, you're going to be seeing a reflection of yourself in them. But the two of you are going to be very accurate mirrors of each other. Okay. There is no, it's not an, you know, they're a reflection, but they're not a mirror. It's hard to explain what that means. Like, there's no false persona. covering them up. It's like you're going to see who they really are, and they're a direct reflection of you, okay? But you are going to be falling in love with who they really are. That's amazing. Okay, let's get some advice from these cards. Whoop. Oh. All right, so hold on, I won't. Okay, I'm being told, like, no, stop. Let's get their other cards. There might be another message here. Okay, and there is. There's another message coming through. Alrighty, let's get one more card. And we got anchor. Okay. What are you trying to say with this? Ah, okay. So for those of you, there's a couple of messages coming through. Is the devil person still in your life in some way? Like you haven't completely shut the door to them? Like they're still, you know, maybe breadcrumbing you, or still maybe texting and calling you every now and again. Or it just may very well be like your attention, like your energy is focused on them. But it's like, if you're feeling very unstable, like I said, it feels like you're dealing with an immense void in your heart where this person leaving has left. And I don't know if it's because, and I guess it's just going to be, you know, one or the other is going to resonate. For some of you, it's going to be because you're leaving the door open for this person. You're wanting them to come back. And and the message is coming through that you completely need to like close the door on this person, block their number, block them from social media, stop checking their social media, and really dig yourself deep into the healing. Yes, I know the grief that's going to come through is going to be very painful to navigate. If you don't know how to heal through grief, ask the universe for the guidance. You know, ask the universe or spirit or God or whatever, you know, you want to call it, to bring you to the resources that you need. That's going, because there's actual hows out there. Okay, and I'm being guided to tell you to go, and I'll put it in underneath your timestamp in the description box, but I have a video on my playlist that's called Escaping Heartbreak Hotel. I'm not sure exactly if you're going to find everything that you need in that video, but I'm hearing that there is something in there that's going to at least spark that path. So you're going to have access to something, whether it's the couple of books that I recommend in it, or maybe it's a thought, what's that thing called? It's a train of thought that is sparked that gets you to start, like maybe Googling something, but it gets you started on the path of healing. Okay, and I'll put that down below. But this door that's being open and left open for this person because you're hoping they're going to come back, is what's causing this sense of, it's like it's completely taken away your sense of security, your sense of stability. And that's all, and that's what this void is. It's like you're wanting to feel safe, you're wanting to feel okay. You're wanting this person to tell you that everything is okay, or you're wanting them to make contact and to come back because it's like everything is okay. And it's like you need to get to a point in yourself where you already realize you don't need this person in your life to tell you that everything is okay. Everything is okay with or without this person in your life. And actually, with this person in your life, they made things not okay. They really messed with your sense of self. And I know, like, logically you understand that, but we're dealing with probably something called a toxic attachment issue. I don't know, which side you're on. I'm guessing you're probably more on the anxious side. But that's what's going on here. It's not about them. It's about this attachment issue that attached you to them. It's like you don't need to heal from them. You need to heal from the attachment system that attached you to them. okay? And you need to cut things off with this person. If you already have blocked them, the two of you have not been in communication, it's like you need to really start disciplining your mind to stop lingering in the past. Okay, that's heavily coming through. Like you really just need to do the work to release this person from your life, from your thoughts, from your heart, from everything like that. Okay. Wow. All right, we're going to pick up, the last thing we're going to do, pile 4, is pick up, oh no, I almost caught, oh, actually, I'm being told I don't need those. Okay. It's like, no, we talked enough about shadow work. Let's talk about, yeah, I already told you what shadow work to do. Let's talk about some uplifting things. All right. So I'm going to put these over here. You're not going to really see them. They're going to be off camera. That's okay. But I am being told to redirect your focus to this stuff over here. Like you need to train your mind to be able to focus on, the uplifting stuff. Okay, so empowerment, strength, and commitment, that's what's coming in. Okay, that can be your focal point as you're healing from this past relationship. Let's get 3 more of these cards, please. Okay, 1 more. Okay. So I'm hearing some of you, part of what you can do to kind of help you move on is maybe focus on that, something having to do with your finances. I'm not necessarily saying that there are any kind of financial challenges. If there are, it's like, okay, you have some things that you can focus on that are going to help you move on. Okay, help get your heart in the right place, kind of help fill that void. And honestly, I need to do a video about the whole void thing, because yeah, I know how to do that. I had to do it myself. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm gonna actually do another video about how to fill the void within. So be looking out for that one, pile 4. It's coming in the future. So anyway, there's a lot of things that you can do, that you can focus your energy and your effort on, that is going to help pull you out of this emotional pit that many of you are feeling that you're in. Okay. And honestly, what's coming through is like this whole relationship or this past experience was put in your path for a reason. It was there to kind of dig up everything that was inside of you. Basically, it's like it's highlighting the toxic attachment that got you attached to this person anyway. And so it's highlighting that attachment system for the purposes of you being able to see all the triggers that come up and then release them, let go of them, get them out of your energy field so that you're able to attract the kind of relationship you actually want to experience, right? And it's very much, it says that you've learned a spiritual lesson. This connection may have or may be sparking like some kind of an awakening within you. And so I'm hearing, you may not be able to see it now, but looking back on this relationship from a certain point, you're going to be able to see, like, that relationship was effed up, yes, but some good actually came from it. Some good actually came from it. That relationship put me on the path to complete healing, to waking up, to this, to that, and the other, which would not, which couldn't have happened otherwise. Our wounds cannot be triggered if not for being in relationships with someone that has the ability to trigger them, okay? All right, and it said, yes, it's time to decide about this relationship. I'm getting a sense, pile 4, that you're kind of afraid to move on. Like, some of you want this person to be your soulmate. Some of you, like I said, this is a general reading. It's, take what resonates. And your soulmate is not this person, okay? Your soulmate is saying, do you want this or do you want this? Do you want toxic or do you want healthy? Do you want, you know, do you want passion? Do you want healthy? Do you want, you know, real attraction, or do you want something that's fake? You know, so it's like you have to make the decision before this person can comes in. You really have to close the door on this person over here. Like, you gotta let this person go. If you want this person to come in. Okay. And then it says, as far as retreat goes, time alone or in nature will help you recharge. You may have been doing that too much, but I'm picking up there what they're telling me now is like retreat from this over here. Retreat from this relationship. Retreat from that. Okay? Like, you need to retreat from, you know, the devil person so you can call in your soulmate. All right? All right, pile 4, those were your messages. If you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe, but only if you feel led to do so. And I will be reading for you guys again very soon. Love you so much. Bye.